Good morning, you guys. So listen, I'm so excited because today, I woke up and I was checking my newsletter and I was like, oh my God, I got like 20 new email subscribers. And I'm excited because I know you guys are like, woo, Tiffany, oh my God, you got 20. To me, that's like exciting because it means that what I'm talking about and writing about, people are interested in. Obviously, there's going to be the people that are like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what you're talking about doesn't make any sense. So let me give you guys the structure of how I write these articles. So, because somebody asked me, are you actually writing these articles or are you just using ChatGPT? No, I actually sit up there and I read other articles. So every time I write it's really what I would consider more so of a response and opinion about another article, because that's what all of them are. I literally just read an article either that Fox News or another publication put out, and it's not a critique on them, it's about what was said in the article. So I would say, oh, that's interesting, I don't think this, I do agree with this, I don't really know about this, like stuff like that. Some people, because I just put one out about the tax test or the STAR test, and I compared it. I literally compared it to when I was taking the TOS test. And the only reason why I compared it is because the same arguments that are being made about the STAR test are the same arguments that were being made then too. So that's the only reason why I compared it, because people are like, tell me you don't know anything about the STAR test without telling me. Okay, whatever. And then how I do it is in this particular article that I read about, one of the reasonings for opting out was that was given was religion. So I was like, "Ooh, that's a touchy, like, spicy little reason." So I used that as my caption, and boy, oh my God, did people literally like they read the caption, they read my comparison, but they didn't read like my entire article. I know based off, I could tell they didn't read it because of the comment section on a couple of groups that I actually posted this in, whereas on my actual page, my business page, and on in other groups, people got what I was talking about, right? But it's okay. But I was just excited this morning because I was like, oh, this is good. Like, I'm excited. My open rate has skyrocketed. Like, normally when I do my newsletters, they're about updates that are going on with like the business, like what's going on in the livable forest. But now I was like, oh my God, yeah, I would love to talk about things that are happening politically, things that are happening locally. I like to promote events in my newsletter now, other than mine, because I want to be a community hub. So that's how my website is structured as well too, as a resource as well as a social media platform. So like all the chatter that we do on Facebook, you can do over there as well too. And I don't have censorship. I can tell you the only censorship that I have is profanity filter. That's what I have. Other than that, I don't care what you post. I don't care what you post. Obviously, okay, let me back that up. No pornography and like gruesome, disgusting stuff. But I am here, like, and this is probably a rare thing for some people to hear. I am totally here for everybody's opinions. Man, listen, when I post something and I get a lot of opinions that differ from mine, or it kind of like sparks a bit of a debate, and it's not like people are hateful or anything, or they're just passionate, and that's how I view the comment section under stuff when I read stuff, especially under politics, religion, and religion. I don't look at everybody in the comment section trying to intentionally be evil and mean and stuff. They're just very passionate. And when you're very passionate about something, you may say something that might offend somebody else. But I don't think everybody's intention is to offend. I think everybody's intention is to be heard and would love to be heard, but the only issue is sometimes these conversations can get out of hand, meaning like some of the stuff that some people post is kind of like, come on now, that's ridiculous. It has nothing to do with like what we're talking about. Or it's purposely, you could tell when somebody's purposely trying to be mean to somebody. But overall, if you read the comment section in some of these posts, it's like really people, I don't know if they would say it out loud or like on camera or like in somebody's face, but at least they're getting the opportunity to be heard. And that's what I like. I like it. I know I have friends that they don't really like to have conversations with people about certain topics, and I understand that. But me, I welcome the different opinions, and I like to hear other people's perspective outside of mine, because if I'm not open to hearing what other people have to say or learn what other people have to say, or learn what they're saying and having them explain their reasoning behind it, then I'm gonna be in a an echo chamber of just things that I believe, and so I'll never be able to make a full educated, you know, I guess not a guess, but more of an educated like decision on if I believe something or if I don't, if I disagree or I don't, or I like it or I don't. I won't be able to if I'm just always hearing only what I believe out in the world. So that's why I like when I post stuff and I put out like different articles that I've written, which by the way, that I saw a comment where they said, "Oh, all this is Chat GBT," and I'm like, "No, it's not Chat GBT." But I don't really argue with people in the comment section, because it's like most of the people that post stuff that are really mean or trying to be nasty, you go to their profile, it's literally nobody's like nothing there. There's literally nothing there because it's not a real person. It's a person who has a burner profile, but for those who do want to know, I do use ChatGPT. I talk about using ChatGPT as a way to help build people's businesses and brands and stuff. But the way I use it is I either use it to get ideas or I use it to correct the grammar in what I wrote. So I will write what I'm going to write about whatever a topic, right? So I will throw it in there. I usually what I'll do is I'll either write it straight into ChatGPT, like what I want to say, my opinions, da 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 da, whatever. And then I will tell ChatGPT to take what I wrote and fix all the grammar and like structure it in a way where it flows better and stuff like that. But the thing about it, you got to read over it, because if you don't read it, that it could put something in there that you didn't necessarily say, you know? So, and then you correct and try to get it as, you know, cohesive as possible. But yeah, that's how I use it. It's a great tool. I know a lot of authors that use it to correct grammar check and a lot of stuff like that. But yeah, I really love this structure, what I'm doing. Because my engagement rate on Facebook, especially on my business page, has literally skyrocketed. I get like, in the last 30 days, I got like over 150,000 views. And to me, I'm excited because that's a lot. That's a lot, you know? So, and then on top of that, what I've been doing is my stuff posts, everything that I post on my website, as such as a blog post, auto post to my business profile on Google, like immediately. And it auto posts in the news feed. And I sit here, and you guys don't see this part, I should probably film it, but I do a lot of SEO things on the back end so I can rank for certain things and certain topics and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm excited about the new subscribers. And then that was for the Livable Forest. But for Miss Parker to You, I got some new email subscribers too. But that's like personal brand stuff. And I just talk predominantly about like what's going on, like life behind the scenes of the Livable Forest, like what I do on a day-to-day basis. And I include that in my weekly newsletter for the Livable Forest as well too. You'll see it. It'll be like a little section at the bottom that talks about like if you're what you missed over there. But it's fun because I really enjoy it. I really truly enjoy hearing all of you guys, like what y'all have to say. Like, and I think it's all important. I think everybody's stuff and like everybody's opinions are important. And even if I don't necessarily agree with it, that doesn't mean I hate you. And it doesn't mean that I won't go have some coffee with you. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean I'm gonna like think you're the most horrible person in the world. No, I'm not. We could agree to disagree, and move on with that. And then maybe down the line, as the relationship grows, we will start to see why, because there's a reason why people believe what they believe and think the way they think is not just because they don't like you. Like that's if you think somebody else's opinion about a particular subject matter is about you because they differ from you, that's crazy. But like whatever, but I try not to be a confrontational person in that manner, as far as like when somebody tells me, like when it came to like abortion, or when it comes to like the STAR test or immigration and stuff like that, and I read articles and then I give my commentary on that article, like what I thought, what I agree with, and whatever. I don't get upset when I post my stuff on Facebook and share degree. I don't get upset when people disagree, or if they say things that are rude or disrespectful, like trying to intentionally stir the pot. I don't get upset with that type of stuff. To be honest, it helps me in the long run because I am monetized. So Facebook pays me for all the engagement. Not to say that's why I necessarily post. I just felt like I guess I'm about to be 35. So I guess I'm in a point in my life where I was like, I like to share my opinions with y'all. I like to hear, I want you guys to hear what I think, and then maybe y'all can get to know me a bit better, and it's not because I don't know, I just felt like sharing, and I like that everybody shares on social media what they think or what they agree with or disagree with, because I wouldn't say it necessarily hurts you. I mean, we're on a device. It's not like somebody's coming through the phone or showing up at your door. Well, I hadn't seen some posts where people say folks are showing up at their door, but like, it's not that deep, to the point where I fear for my life. I'm sure you don't. I'm just like, I feel like it's important to have open dialogue when it comes to stuff like this. And if we don't agree, fine. Nobody's going to be 100% happy. And the thing is, I think we all know this. We all know that we're not all going to be satisfied. Like, we're not all going to get what we want. So of course you need people to come in and like, okay, we can do this for you, but we can't do that. But we can do this for you. Like, take a bit of what everybody wants, I guess, and try to create something that is peaceful, easy, but that could be very difficult too. I feel so bad for people who are in politics on any level, because their decisions affect other people, and I do feel like the pressure is great. And I can just imagine going home after a debate, going home after, like right now, like the districts, all the districts are doing their elections, as somebody who is running for a position, or somebody who's running for a government position or whatever, like going home and trying to close your eyes and go to sleep. I can imagine how difficult that could be. I want to know, what kind of grounding techniques are you guys using? Because if you guys can go to sleep at night, I know we can go to sleep at night, because I can just imagine being a politician or being married to a politician, regardless of what level of politics you're in, is stressful. And I just like, I feel for those people, and they're over here making decisions in the best way they can with the information they have. And it's like, nobody is satisfied. Everybody's pissed off. Like, nobody is getting what they want. And it's like, I just could not be that. And I could not do it. I'm not built for that. But yeah. So anyways, today I'm actually getting ready to do another post. But this time it's not going to be about politics or anything. I'm switching gears, and I'm going to the Miss Parker to You side, which is really motherhood, lifestyle updates and stuff. But I have a business, a group. It's more like a group because I just started it. But it's a free platform where women can go and we can have discussions. But I found some articles that last night that I felt like I was reading them, and it's talking about different techniques to raising children, like the debate between what is it called, soft parenting, gentle parenting, and like I guess you can say regular parenting, I guess. I don't know, but I don't when I'm in the South, so I don't know where you're watching this from, but in Texas, I don't know too many mamas that do gentle parenting, but I still wanted to talk about the pros and cons of both of them. And then I wanted to go deeper because like in the Black community, getting spankings means a lot different from like in other communities. Apparently, come to find out, like, so I want to like dissect these type of things, right? These discussions, these isolated discussions, because like, and this is crazy, and this, I mean, it's not crazy. Y'all are probably like, Tiffany, what the hell are you talking about? Okay, let me get my thoughts together. Okay, so in different communities, we could all be talking about gentle parenting and like traditional parenting, but in the Black community, gentle parenting and like I guess you can say traditional, you spank them on the butt, like whoopings, is means and like has a different meaning and context compared to like in like an Asian family or a Spanish family or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. But I wanted I found a couple articles on the pros and cons of it. And then I wanted to do, what I was going to do is pretty much what I do for the Livable Forest stuff, is throw my opinion, write my article about my opinions, what I agree with and what I don't agree with. And then at the bottom of mine, I actually link the article that I'm talking about and responding to. So that's what I want to do today. And then I have a meeting at 11:15 and I'm getting ready to go drop my son off at school, but I wanted to do 3 of those. And then I have to work on the series called Single But Married. And oh my God, I've been talking to some women who actually feel like this, like they're in a marriage. They've been in a marriage for like a decade. Like I've been married to my husband 10 years in April, this April, right? Like 3 weeks ago. But I don't feel like that because I feel like my husband is really involved with our son and will be involved with Jericho when he gets here. But there are women that I've spoken to that are literally living in the same community as me that, who say their husbands are there, but they're not there. And I told them like the type of conversation I was going to have on my platform, and they said that'd be so good to hear another woman's perspective because it can be embarrassing. like it could be embarrassing for some women to come out and say, I'm alone in this relationship. And you know what I think it is? A lot of the times, like when I ask like, why, like, have you spoken or said anything to this man? 9 times out of 10, they have not said anything to their spouse. They haven't like, ask them to help or to support you support them in this area. They haven't done that yet because they are either stay-at-home moms or they work from home like I do, and they would feel ridiculous. But you would be surprised. You'll be surprised with a little bit of communication. Most of these men, like when I meet these men, they have like my friends' wives, my friends' husbands. I think they just don't know. Like they don't know because men can't read our minds like we can't read theirs. So I feel like if we would just open our mouths a little bit more and come to them a little bit like, and I know some women are going to drag me for this, but this is just my personal opinion. Come to a man a little bit softer and not so hard and demanding like you're his boss at work or something. Like come to him like you are his helpmate. Come to him like you are thankful that he is there and doing what he is doing, but ask if he can support you in A, B, C, and D. I think some women just don't communicate that. And that's some things that I was going to dig into in this series. Like I was going to do I have a whole season. Like I'm going to do, it's premium content, but what I'll do is I will post like the first half of the video obviously on my Instagram and Facebook and on YouTube, and then link back to the original content, like to the rest of the video. But yeah, and my conversations are like 30-40 minutes long. because I like to peel back the layers. You know, one day hopefully we can get some other women on and we could talk and stuff. Like I'm working on a project now with somebody, and that we're getting ready to do a project similar about this. But I love having these open discussions and conversations